Hey everybody, it's Faith and it is everyone's favorite time of year, and that is new curriculum time. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my choices for the upcoming 2021 school year and what we're going to be using for our core curriculum. If you're new here, this is our third year homeschooling. I have an almost 8-year-old and a 5-year-old that are homeschooling this year. Some of the things we used last year worked great, so we're going to use those again, and some other things didn't work so well, so we're going to change it up. So I'm going to start with what we're going to be using again that worked really well for us. So the first thing I want to show you is our math curriculum. This is Math Seeds. This is for 2nd grade. This is for my son. We did 1st grade last year and he absolutely loves this program. It's a computer program along with the workbook. Typically the way I've had him do it last year was he would work one day in the book and one day on the computer because they piggyback each other, the lessons. So it just kind of reinforces it and everything like that. But he loves it. It's super easy for him to do and I don't have to do anything. It's just open and go. And that's the way this mama likes math. So we are definitely using this again. Aria's going to be using this as well because Math Seeds is part of Reading Eggs. And if you pay for the membership, you get the membership for the family and you get access to Reading Eggs and to Math Seeds. So they're going to be using all of that. And it's a really good deal. I really recommend it. You can get a free trial. I'm not affiliated in any way, but we just like it that much. The second thing that we are going to continue using this year is our history. That's Story of the World. We are still in volume 1. We will still be in volume 1 this year. We did about half of the book, not even quite half of the book. And we really liked it. It kind of really honed in on earliest humans and ancient Egypt, which my son was super interested in. So we just took our time and dug into it and got resources from the library and bulked it up and did a ton of activities. I have the activity book for this as well, which is great. However, I wish I would have purchased, and I probably will purchase, the PDF version. I grabbed it here. This is the activity book that goes with it. It's super thick, as you can see. There's tons of stuff. So in the beginning, you have ideas of things you can do for each lesson. And then it has different coloring pages and things that you can print out and map work and stuff. I don't have a copy machine. I have 2 kids, so I can't use the coloring pages and pictures. So I think I'm going to buy the PDF for that. There's also in this book book lists of recommendations of different books that you can read that are really great. So we're gonna just pick up where we left off in this. And I looked ahead and it's going to be talking about ancient Greece and Rome and things like that. And I'm super excited about that. My kids, I know, are going to be really into that. So we're going to do that again this year. I did think about trying something new, but it's kind of don't fix it if it isn't broken. We really liked it, so we're going to use that again. Something that did not work very well for us was Grammar Galaxy. We did this for language arts last year. I wanted to love this, but it just did not work for us. And we, again, got about halfway through and just jumped ship. It was getting to the point where I would pull out the book and everybody was like, oh no, not Grammar Galaxy. So when it gets to that point, we need to try something new in my homeschool, because even I was feeling that way. It's designed, I like the design of it, it's story-based. So you read a story about these kids who go on this mission or whatever to save Spelling Planet, and then you have your exercises that you do. It felt really disjointed to me. The story and the activity didn't necessarily correlate very well, or that it was asking you to execute a skill that you hadn't learned. So it didn't flow well. It was kind of confusing, and you would hit on one topic and then kind of never touch it again. And then there'd be a huge test with I don't even know, 20 questions or something like that. And for a 1st grader, I felt like it was a lot. So we are not going to be using that this year. This year instead, I got on board with the Good and the Beautiful. I'm going to give it a try. I probably will not use it the way everybody else does, just because that's kind of how I roll with things. And I can tell you right now, I'm not spending an hour and a half on this every day. It's just not going to happen. But I wanted to try it because it was free. I got the free PDF and printed it out myself. Okay, let's get real for a minute. If you want to try this curriculum, buy it straight up and have them mail it to you. Printing it was a nightmare. This is half of it. Half, guys. This is huge. It was like 800 pages or something.
And I had to send it to a printing company to get printed, and they emailed me back and said the file was too big, so then I had to go to this other website and shrink the file, and then it was going to be like $20 or something like that, which is great, and then they emailed me back saying that they were printing it in black and white, and I'm like, no, I need it in color. It was just...
Don't print it yourself unless if you live somewhere where you're not able to get a physical copy sent to you. That's totally a different story. But if you have the option, it's gonna cost the same, if not more, to print it yourself. So just save yourself the hassle and get it sent to you. Lesson learned there. But yeah, I'm gonna try this out. I don't know a ton about it other than what I've heard here in YouTube land, but we're gonna try it. I got the level 1 because we stopped this early. Honestly, I didn't feel like he really got anything out of it, so I feel like we're going to be reviewing quite a bit, and I'm okay with that. I would rather him have a concept really, really strong before we move on, rather than pushing him before he's really ready. So that's kind of where I am on that. And if I start it and it seems like it's too easy for him, if I start it and it seems like it's a little bit too easy, then either I'll skip ahead in the book, or I'll just save this one for Aria, and then I'll get the grade 2 or level 2 if that works for him. So we're gonna give it a try and see how it goes. For science, I have another one that did not work well for us, and that was Science in the Beginning. I love the concept of this, but it just is not working for us. I'm not going to get rid of this book because I do think it's kind of cool, but I think that it'll be better when my kids are a little bit older. Each lesson has an activity that you do with it or a science experiment, but they're like, I feel like they're really over my kids' head as far as understanding what's going on at this point. It is cool. Like, I like that they have the activity for every single lesson. But I feel like it's kind of like the language arts where it just touches on something really quickly and then moves on. But they're concepts that you can't really do that. You can't really understand. So I just feel like this might be better a little bit later. So I set it aside for now. And again, we jumped ship on this one. And we did a Good and the Beautiful arthropod unit, which I really, really enjoyed. We did about half of that. Sorry, I don't have that with you. We did about half of it, and then our school year stopped early because I had surgery, so I wanted to get everything done early so that I could recover and things like that. So we did about half of it. Probably not even half of it, if I'm being honest. We did it up until my surgery, and then we are going to pick that back up when we go into school. We really, really liked it. It's a lot of good information. It's not as hands-on as that is as far as like activities and science experiments, but it was still really fun, and I was able to beef it up and add activities to it to make it really fun for them. So I'm planning on finishing that up, and then also we are going to do the human body unit for science from the Good and the Beautiful. I do not plan on purchasing the physical copy. If it's anything like the arthropod unit, I'm going to buy the PDF and use it on my iPad or computer and then just print the pages that I need. I printed all of them for the arthropod unit, and I don't need like most of them. So I'm gonna try it that way because it's like half the price if you order the PDF instead of those. And it's not nearly as many pages as like their language arts. So we are going to try that. So that is what we're planning to use this year for our core subjects. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And let me know in the comments below what you're using, if you've used these, what you think about them, if they worked for you. I love that the freedom in homeschool, that if something isn't working, you don't have to continue, you don't have to force it, you can just and move on. So that is the core subjects. Might do another video about some of our like other little things that we're gonna be adding in between this kind of stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys since it's that time of year, and I hope everybody's doing well. I haven't posted in forever, and that's okay. I might do like an update at some point, but not yet. Just know that I'm doing really, really well. Family is doing well. We just needed some time off, and we're happy to be back. I'll see you in my next one.